perfection. You turn away and never look in my direction. So if I keep it down and never let them up instead, will it all be worth it in the end? But now it's all about this beauty and perfection. I used to think that I could look past your jaded side. I'm sick of getting on my knees and begging you, please. My heart breaks from the way you look at me. It makes me cry. It's the way I fall some reconciliation, but all you wanna do is keep me feeling out of breath. Do you really think anyone's impressed? You're burying demons, all just skeletons and closet walls, waiting for the day to break out and watch you fall. And while you drown inside your high tide of misery, my heart breaks from the way you
has opened the door to the unknown.
There's a pyramid of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image in City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I'll really give it to y'all. Ain't this the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining life of mankind of cancerous? How we breathe vapors, quick got us bleeding in streets for cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic, car bomb, realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the
All day, every day. All day, our day. Mateo, thank you for the resub, brother. Mighty Funster, Ennis Ogre, The Huff. How did you enjoy Ohio? It was great. I heard about the smoke, but I didn't get an opportunity to fuck with it. Saruman. Saruman, you dealing with that shit in Chicago? Yeah, no real problems when I was out there, but I was inside 99% of the time. Then when I was outside, I was like scavenging Circle K parking lot for empty liquor bottles and partially smoked cigarettes.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, great to be here. Hitting you up on the literal best of all days. Coming to you live from that beat slab. Doing it again. Gonna shut down the pool. Saruman. That's gross. I don't like that. Whew. Long day. Barely even started. Coil Daddy, Wolf Sark, Saruman, The Huff, my man Rhea Prey, Chaotic, my man Steve Musket, Mateo, Francois over on Tubes. Hobbyist UK, Demeki says, I'm back from contracting Bofa. Bofa what? Good job, guys. These nuts. Demeki, it's funny because I was hanging out. I finally went to H Mart in Orlando. Right when I landed Ohio, I promised my lady I'd take her, so she picked me up, took her to H Mart, met up with my niece because she wanted to go too, and had to pick something up from her anyway to drop off at my mom's. But I was talking all this shit on like Long John Silver's. She was like, I like Captain D's. But like, here's the thing, you guys gotta understand. My niece was raised by my brother. These nuts jokes are, she's got all of them, all the jokes. She got dragging these nuts, everything. So we were just actually talking. I was like, yeah, a lot of people like Captain, because we have like a truce, like a peace treaty. Like, so we're not gonna, you know, we're just free to talk. And I was like, yeah, I bet. But guys know how my wife loves fucking Long John Silver's. I was like, let's even ask her. And we were like, Eileen, you like Captain D's? She was like, I don't know what that is. What is it? What's Captain D's? And then me and my niece looked at each other, like rolled our eyes. These nuts. So, organic D's nuts joke occurred at H Mart Sunday, approximately 3:47 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, you going to SockCon this year? That's a good one. What's the one? The Candace? That's another good one. Another good setup. we got some little snackies from H Mart. Oh, let me turn the music down. It's super loud. Yo, Templar in chat, what's up, brother? It's my dude. Yeah, so I drove to Inverness, or we went actually to Dunellen and back. Dunellen's in the same county as Inverness, where my parents stay. That last Beats Lab I was at. I'll turn this down in my ear. The Tom Green PSA, Stephen Musket. Always wash your nuts. Oh man, Templar. So check it out. So it's July 21st. School starts like beginning of August. No job. My wife doesn't have a job yet. She's been applying. We went through turns out there was some bullshit with HR. So we like kind of think that, former principal's kind of dragging her name. So it's just been like super stressful on her. And so she's kind of like partially resigned to the idea of like just subbing next year and then trying to like work her way in that way. But remember, like, the plan has always been to, like, eventually go back to Inverness, go back to Citrus County. And so she randomly applied to a job out there a couple weeks ago. But she also was like, I kind of panic applied. you know, because I don't know if I want to move out there right now. But it was for like an RCS position, which is like why she's going back for her master's and everything at a middle school. So they called her in for an interview today. But it's like an hour and 53-minute drive through the interview. Hour 55-minute drive home. 2-hour drive home. Just got here. And so they really liked her, and they told her to come back tomorrow at 1 for a second interview. They called her like 45 minutes after the interview. We're driving home. It's like, can you come back in tomorrow at 1? Because she also told them she was staying at her mother-in-law's house, like right there in Inverness. Because like that's what eventually would happen. Yeah, Inverness is summoning me back, Templar. So like obviously the plan would be like if she gets a job there, she would just stay with my parents, right? And I would start shutting this Beats Lab down, packing up, you know what I mean? And we'd have to find a new place out there. Riku painting coming in with that big raid. Get some love in chat. Mateo, is this because she decided to take the summer off and the guys all over her head? No, because like summer school, it's like one school in the counties. That wasn't it. It was that she was looking for other work. She made it clear that she was in the transfer window that she was looking for other work. She wanted to be, you know, on RCS. He didn't like that. Some other stuff went down. A lot more stuff went down than that. But like that's where it began. It began with that. And then by the end, you know, he needed a last word. So he issued a non-renewance of her annual contract. So then our power move was to resign. Which turns out, all of this is on your applications. You got to click all this shit. So like, but like all this shit kind of got like held up in the HRs in the system. And you know, principals, what they do is they just call. So he's just going to talk shit. Can't prove it. Can't fucking prove it. But, you know. He's definitely dragging her name through the mud in this county, burning bridges for us. So I feel like every place we applied at this summer, it's burnt. Because they just called him. Yo, Riku. Chilling, brother. Demeki. Then you can rent out your current Beat Slab and start your Slumlord arc like me. I mean, we kind of need to sell this townhome. Or like, we can't do anything. Still broke. We could all live in the sewer. That's right, well, sorry. But so that's kind of exciting information, you know. So we gotta drive back tomorrow with her. See how that goes. I kind of think, honestly, guys, I think they're gonna offer her a job tomorrow. I think they're gonna make it known. You know, and this is like where so it's a small county, Citrus County. I mean, Citrus County's not microscopic. But the townships therein are. Right? And so Denellan's microscopic. And so with all the rules and the state rules and the requirement for ESC, like that gets really hard when the school is small and pulls from a small talent pool. And so it seems like they kind of like smashed certain job titles together and things like that. But then there's like these requirements for it because they do that kind of like nobody in the county can like meet those requirements. Like if you talk about a county with like 6,000 residents, or I mean a town with 6,000 people, no one's gonna meet those qualifications. And then on the county's dime, you have to provide that service to the student. It's the law. So like they're hemorrhaging money. That's right, Stephen Buskett. You're never broke. You just haven't completed the financial quest. So when she walked in there for this like kind of RCS like ESC lead kind of like combo job, and this is something she said to me, and I guess I never understood it. But I was like, well, 17 years experience, why are people like not just like climbing over the walls for you? And she's like, well, it's pre-K. They don't respect that. Like these people don't think that means anything. So that was the first thing out of this, like the district lady was in there. The first thing out of her mouth was like, have you done anything besides pre-K? And she was like, yeah, of course. And she listed the stuff. And the lady was like, oh, thank God, that was my biggest fear. I'm like, ooh, is that how she said it? She's like, yeah. She said, I was worried that you had only pre-K experience. So that means she looked at your file, was like, this bitch is perfect. Oh, but the ESC or the pre-K thing. So when she's like, oh, I was worried, I was like, bro, she already picked. And then the lady then when so Eileen is smart. So when she started listing the other things she's done, she also mentioned like she has on her certificate, she's ESOL endorsed, autism endorsed, everything. She's like, yeah, and I used to do ESOL to adults, like high school and up. And they were like, wait, ESOL, you're bilingual? And then the district lady again was like, you should have led with that. So I was like, ooh, because they were like Boucher, but she's like, my name is Garcia. They were like, fuck. And so I'm like, in this small town, Denellen, right, where they have ESA needs and they have a growing diverse population, I guarantee that district county office has like not one Spanish speaker, right? But they have tons of parents and ESC kids who are Spanish speakers, and they're like, wait, she also speaks Spanish? So now I think that district lady wants to snipe her into the office. Like, and this was like one interview, called us back 40 minutes. They were like, we're interviewing all day. Called her back 45 minutes later. Can you come in tomorrow? Templar says, the turnstile turn around, and given how close we are to the school year, is definitely finalist. Yeah. Because this particular job title in this is it has too many requirements, Templar. Like they can't pull talent from locally. Let me see. It's sometimes a red flag, sometimes a green flag. Can I have a job? You're late. Get to work. Let's see. So Denellen. So Denellen city limits. Like 1,900 people. The zip code 13,000. All of Citrus Springs another 10,000. So like nobody there, dude. So when they're like, this job requires ESC endorsement, master's degree, 7 years teaching experience in ESC, blah blah blah, and it's required by state. It's county, district, state requirements, because they mashed it all together. Literally, no one in their fucking county has those credentials. Yeah, Templar. Public education is basically three fuck ups in a trench coat. Finding people with master's degree in Florida, right? We'll start. Right, and then his thing is like she's getting her master's in ESC and a minor in speech pathology, and this lady's like, "Wait, you're minoring in speech pathology? Could you be a speech pathologist?" She's like, "That's kind of the idea. That'd be like a Yeah. She's like, when do you fucking graduate? She was like, next summer. She was like, so like, because you also need speech pathologists that run into the different classes and do like hours with students. And like, you also need that. You also need someone who's bilingual. So like, these like 3 different other jobs besides the one she's interviewing for. And this lady's like salivating. And their 2,000 person county or town. You know what I mean? So I kind of think she got it. I think they're. I mean, we're interviewing all day. We'll call you back Monday. 45 minutes later. Can you come in tomorrow? Gravity, yeah. Yep, that's a thing too. Masters for working in libraries. So that's what she told him. She's like, "Yeah, I stay at my mother-in-law's place in Inverness." They're like, "Okay, come in tomorrow." So that's what will happen if they offer her the job. Shutting the Beats Live down, she'll stay with them, start the school year, we'll list the townhome, and begin our exodus. Go boy, daughter is working on her bachelor's in communications, then getting into grad school for speech path. Yeah, you can make a ton of money at that. Templar, she still doesn't believe in it. Soromon, with teaching, it's all about certs. Daughter is focused on special ed and STEM. There are already schools asking her to reach out. She gets close to graduation. Yeah, it is. The certifications is becoming wild. Oh boy, your wife is finishing her master's in a couple days. Fuck yeah, congrats. When does the moving fun promo start? Oh, she just texted me. She's at dinner. There's a squirrel in the restaurant. There's literally a squirrel inside the restaurant. Yeah. So, big news. We'll know more tomorrow when I drive another 5-hour round trip. It's after these nuts recoil. That's right. Is the squirrel bilingual? Let me ask. So, I don't know, Stephen Musket, when it comes to... I think it'll just... Because honestly, houses are moving kind of slow right now here. So, by my math, 50 to 60 days. Right? So, she'd start the school year long before that. Stay at my parents', come back on the weekends. I'll just start patching holes and fixing baseboards or whatever. I already have, get pre-approved. Well, I already have an agent that I've talked to, just in case, as a backup. So we'll begin that process, and then I'll be shutting this bitch down for 3 months while she's working. Probably, I would say estimation is 90 days out of here in new place. Go boy, yeah, it's also pay bump and pension. There's a 75-year-old that'll buy your spot tomorrow, Stephen Musket says. Gravity's a theory. Says you'll get that exercise if you move. Yeah. Dan Hammer. He's like, wait, I missed something. Good. My wife had a good interview today in Citrus County for kind of a dream position. And they called her 45 minutes after the interview for a second interview tomorrow. Which is what, the county where my parents live. So they offer a job tomorrow, which I kind of expect. Templar, remember I had a pro look at the AC? Yeah, one of my buddies down the streets in HVAC. It's just small. It's undersized. We need a 3.25 ton unit. He's a professional. He literally works for an HVAC company. He brought his tools out and everything. Hooked it all up. Go boy. Tell Eileen we're super excited for her. Fingers crossed. Yes. Or nor do you have a receipt. He says you've only mused about such issue, never contacted a professional, nor do you have a receipt. Here's what actually happened. In the beginning, when she had this problem, she called an HVAC company, bought a warranty from them, and then they sold her on like $400 a year in warranty crap. Which is, they're just predatory. All explained by, go on AI, do the square footage of this house, go scan the unit. AI is like, that's the wrong size unit for your house. Everything works perfectly. Blows cold ass air all the time. Just not fat. It's just small. Sun is real in Florida. What's fucking, but I ain't get it. Yeah, he says that's what it says on the seller disclosure. Yeah, on my seller disclosure it says my AC is fine, as it technically is. Magic donut, yeah, exactly. It's kind of on all the time during the day. Like, I would say for 6 hours. And then for 6 straight hours it blows a day. What BTU do I need? Go. Stephen Muska says, quick. I don't know, man. I know what size unit I need. But he did also tell me, Magic Donut, he did also tell me it's probably a little. He's like, if you was going to make a mistake, it's better that it's slightly smaller than slightly bigger. Yeah, exactly, War Pigment. I need a 3.5 or a 3.25. And I have like 2.5. Which is fine for all the center units. Not the end units with the southern facing wall. Oh yeah, Magic Donut. Bigger the better, baby. When I move. When I'm out of here, dog. War Pigment. 42,000 BTU. Magic Donut, yeah, my electric bill has been about $230 this summer. That's right. Gravity's a theory, and a new beat slab. Oh, and the beat slab itself, Dead Nerd, is definitely the hot spot. It's You didn't bring anything to paint? Musket? There go Matthews up in this bitch. All right, so I did a little work on this. Oh, thunderstorm rolling in. So I did a little work on this before I left for Ohio, just because I know I had to miss that I had to miss another stream. I didn't want to waste too much time, so I put the legs on. Okay, we've got the belly that we started working on, and I tossed the legs on real quick. Thunder is going crazy out there. Banhammer says you're going to add a filter or anything to the belly. Well, what is in this belly right now is like pale blue or white blue. Payne's gray and some flesh tone. So I'm probably going to let it ride for now because my vision of the model is like all these reds with the cool kind of corpse flesh belly with some warmth built in because of Payne's gray and flesh tone. So if I need to go one direction or the other more, I will. But kind of what I want to focus on right now is I definitely want to start working on getting some more metallic down. I want to really just lock this motherfucker in. My focuser is being janky. Okay. So I want to start locking metallic in, just like glass. If I was gonna filter a Banhammer, it would be with maybe a little bit more flesh tone. But that's gonna be a end of the project decision. Bro, that thunder is going crazy. Okay. So let's pull out some colors. Let's get the dark silver out. Lady, clean the shit out of the beat slab while I was gone. There go Matthew says, what a cutie pie. Dark silver, let's start there. I think I'm going to go back to a little noosh. On my palette. For this laydown. So I didn't glue that in very well. fine. Go back to it. I'll just start right there. So I've got dark silver, a little noosh. And what I want to start doing is actually getting these things right here. These couplings. I want to be somewhat careful. And I'm using mostly raw dog paint. A little bit of moisture, a little bit of noosh. And right here. I put the legs in so I had something to hold. I wasn't worried about getting some of this silver on the legs. And we're using some stipples, some heart pulls. Got a little on right here, so I'm just going to take some noosh, some water, just kind of clean that up, but also let it be there. I kind of stipple it in. Getting those. Move in right here. Jameson, the new beat slab is done. I've been unpacking it, but have to call it for the night. Flying to San Diego Comic-Con in the morning. Hell yeah, dude. So happy for you. Slap some dark silver right here. Let's get this pipe. Or that hydraulic piston. Little coupling right here. A little wire. A little moisture. I'm going to start subtracting. Problem. Let's get it in the undercarriage. Little noosh, little water. Our time in Ohio was great with the bolters at Dawn Crew. We went over glazing and NMM. Move up here. Stipple right into that joint. That's this thing. Okay, this is what connects to his turret. Using the noosh instead of like the one-step medium just because I want a little bit more work time for metallic. I stipple in. Thanks, Mateo. Just kind of locking out, mostly heart pulling and stippling. Always be rotating when you're doing this. Look for the right angle. Stipple into this coupling right here in this flesh. Walk it back on the wire. Moisture. Let's get the claw coupling here. Back. Go. Invert. Just kind of saw stipple. Sewing machine stroke. So it can get on the actual claw. We use dark silver anyway. So if we got a little on it, it's easy to hide. Too easy. Rotate back right here, Mateo. A little moisture. A little noosh. A little dark silver. Who's texting me? Hold on. Let me respond. Oh. Gonna be dog sitting for 2 weeks. Weird pays the restaurant. Squirrel, isn't it? He wants to know where the nuts are. Yes. Tiger Strike over on YouTube. Says, what's the point of noosh? Slows the dry time down and increases reactivation. So what I'm throwing on like a pile of metallic paint like this, it lets me kind of work it longer. And like if it's starting to look kind of weird, I can throw some water on it and kind of reactivate it and push it around. Don't use all, I mean, I use enough, you know what I mean? Like I'm not, you can also use it for like effects and stuff too. Like for sure you can do like your fluorescence with it and stuff. Now, one step has kind of replaced some of those, like I'd say, technical elements of Noosh for me. Noosh is I just use it for that reactivation. Like for example, like I can put some right, like say I got put metal right there. I can grab water, kind of a little bit more Noosh, and I can kind of erase what I've done and kind of push it back around. And I do that all the time. Like let's say you got like a bit of like black right here. You could put like almost put a spot of Noosh on it, like erase it. Blasted. We have company and a dog. You heard that, Matt? Got my dog sitting. 2 weeks. Take back. Again, right here. We got the couplings locked in. Mostly what I was trying to get done right there. Even musket. See you soon, brother. Miss you, dog. Kind of just looking down here. Things I can touch with the dark silver. This thing right here. I'll have to put some pipes in there later. Might as well get that kind of coupling sorted now. And it's underneath, so it could be a little sloppy. I can always like sponge chip the undercarriage, or kind of like hit it with some weathering techniques. Clean any mistakes up. Old school trick. Old commissioner's trick. Flip it over. Load some colors in the airbrush. Hide mistakes with some cool weathering. Also got these things right here. Not going to overcomplicate it. This part of the bottle is not the money shot. This part of the model is going to be literally and figuratively overshadowed by his turret. This big ass piece. Right? That's so much of what we look at is this piece. So we need to get, rinse this off. Switch to something else. There we go. Bigger brush. That thing real quick. It's that. Too easy. So let's take a look. I was looking at some other colors, other metallics. I saw something in here I get a chance to use very much. The bronze. Oh, here we go. Check it out. Let's see. I have this still. Let's see how this operates. This is that one I mugged him for. Let's see if it is this. Bro, I've had it since Kingdom Con. Yeah, we're exactly recoil. The top half is where the action is. We're doing our diligence. This is thick. Let's see if we can make it come out. Because I've had this for a preposterously long amount of time. Oh, yeah, look, there it is. That's tight. Yeah, we'll use a little one step for that. Yeah, and I'm trying to do my diligence, like you said, recoil. Because once you have the top on, you're just like gonna not care about painting the bottom. So, I'll start right here. I got a little one step, little the dark bronze from Kingdom Con 2000, I want to say 17, 18. I envision this dark bronze as a base coat. Then using lighter color bronze golds. Give it a nice highlight. I'm using kind of a busted ass 18-0 brush. Need to switch out for a better, newer one. And I'm using a little one step here, spread. Yeah. Beautiful. It's definitely a solid color for pigment. Have a cleaner. What do I have? Try this one. Okay, let's move right here. Again. Using our opacity technique, we're using the tip of our brush, mostly heartful and stippling. Using the nice little 18-0, working off the safe edge. I'm not doing the inner panel like seam. I'm also not doing the old mahogany trick. And no one got time for that on this piece. We're just gonna raw dog the trim like a caveman. The old 7 o'clock internet loss. That's right, the 7 o'clock fucking in. Sneaking right here. Guys, needless to say, with everything we've been talking about, I have not shipped. Did pay the invoice on the new pogs, but I haven't. I owe you guys a big apology and massive summer shipment with all this stuff that's been going on. by myself, pulled away from my desk, my focus. Spreadsheet is updated. Mio Man, what's up, brother? Dark Bronze is looking good. I'm trying to focus. Catch this Dark Bronze. Same bottle I mugged Jason Cranes for. Go. Put it in there. High opacity, low moisture. Heart pull stipple. Me, man. He says, so I so want a couple defilers. Damn you, GW. Yeah, as soon as you start locking in the panels, the red starts looking real good. Recoil. There we go. Now we're gonna get that Chaos Star in the middle. Like brush pressure, a lot of stippling there. Heart pull. Rotate, always be rotating, guys. This is what I wanted to focus on. Get all this trim locked in. Dark Bronze, 2018 bottle. Handwritten bottle. Vintage bottle. A little moisture, a little bit more. One step. Let's catch this top piece right here. Smash it on. Added a little water. Spread. Will desaturate it. I will have to fix that up a little bit. We've got these big interior spikes too. Can only assume these spikes are designed to torture the Defiler. What do you think about these spikes, Templar? Is that like an Iron Maiden? Like it's designed to kind of steer him or something? Slapping some on the interior wall. Like it. Rinse. Holding the demon in the engine. Gravity's a theory. Like, you don't think he wants to just hang out there? Like, they have to force that demon to like, what was this demon gonna be doing? Like, walk me through how this demon's tortured soul was ever gonna wreak more havoc on the reality on his own without the Defiler chassis. Like, he's obviously fucks way harder because he's in the Defiler chassis. Maybe he's like a nice demon and he doesn't want to be like OP. Maybe he just doesn't want to be enslaved. Put that leg back on so we can admire. Dark bronze. I like it. Like it. And my focusing tool is acting like such a bitch today. I like that, but you see how much of this guy is this action up here. So we're just doing our diligence on the belly. Make sure the belly looks super interesting, and all this stuff down here is clean. Because I feel like a lot of people are not doing a very thorough job on the belly. It's kind of my read. So the downside for a demon is they have to swear a vow to the Forge of Souls for their bond. His demon lord is Trent, the fifth chaos god of flowers and sunshine. That's fair. Maybe he just doesn't like wreaking havoc. Alright. That's a good start. Let's do a whip sesh. Okay, close up our dark bronze. I really like this dark bronze for this. Go grab another beer. So we're dog sitting. Our friends who we visited in Miami, they came up and dropped the dog off. They're all out to dinner right now, so I'm gonna go down and check on the dog and grab a beer. I'll be right back. Exclamation point pogs, exclamation point stuff, exclamation point give me money. BRB.
Ready for my shot.
all day. We're back. Dog's doing fine. Oh, this fan is pointed at me in a weird way. Exclamation point whip. Let's take a look. Pop open Discord. Yeah, so anyone just tuning in, we're in Inverness today. Arlene had a big interview for school. It went well. She has a second interview tomorrow. So it's a 4.5 hour round trip. So tomorrow we got to do it again. And what is it? She cleaned up my desk. And it's like all this cat hair is just congregating in one little spot and just floating around my desk. The cats in the Beats Lab was a mistake. Letting these idiots in here ruined everything. It's like, you don't notice all the cat hair until, you're focusing. Bro, like literally, it's just floating around here. Just like in the air. I hate this. Is this how you guys' lives are with cats too? Is this everyone's life? I have this fan that's just trying to stay cool, and it's just like vortex, a whirling dervish of fucking cat hair. Same thing for you, Sormon. Two cats, hair everywhere. All right, about to look at the whips. Excited for that. So yeah, we're gonna go back out there, and if they offer her a job tomorrow, anyone just tuning in, then we're gonna have to move. So that could be the big update. Oh boy, dog hair does the same thing. The Becky, you have 3 women in the house. Their hair is everywhere. I mean, also your hair is everywhere. Go front. Yeah, Dagoon. Oh, is it his puppy? 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh shit, is this like a whole squad of Mandalorians? Like, what the hell's going on here? So about you get your wife's long hair in the tub all the time, clogs the drain. Yeah, I know it's hers because I don't have any. Bro, my lady doesn't know. Like, my lady's pretty handy around the house. She has tools. She had all the tools before I even moved in. You know, she as a single woman who bought her own house or her own townhome. She did research on what tools to have and shit. So I've always had tools here. But it's like, I showed her, like, it's like I said, new construction, so everything's PVC pipe, like under all the sinks. She's like, oh, drain's clogged again. You're gonna have to, like, pull the plug out and clean it. I was like, you've been doing that for 6 years, huh? She's like, yeah. And then, like, I went under the sink, took apart. It's all just PVC with locks on it, right? Like, it's new construction. Like, I just took it apart with a bucket under there and just drained it and pulled out like a fucking buckets full of fucking hair. You know what I mean? Covered in lotion and creams, you know? I was like, you were never getting this out. It's just sitting here. I showed it to her and she's like, oh, it's filed. It is, but it's not me. She's like, your beard hair. He's like, it's not my fucking beard hair. Duct tape, Phillips screwdriver, flat screwdriver. Anything can be a hammer. That's right, Becky. Sormont, right? Bruh. Yeah, our upstairs shower is a little different, though. These are sick, bro. On the face masks, are they so is the visors supposed to be glowing yellow? Like, what's going on there? Rush says Galleria GT 918 or Sparmax TC 620. These compressors? Apparently. Yeah, it was way worse at my old place. So Armand, I'd recommend. So did you blast some white and then put the yellow in there? Is that what you did? Russ, I use the little Galleria shoebox electric compressor. That's my favorite thing. So, I recommend in the future, right? Get it white, maybe a little white ink, whatever you're gonna do. Get some transparent yellow in there, and then lightly water down some like fluorescent orange or something, with some like one step even, and kind of wash it in there in the corners. Kind of create that eyeliner effect, and it'll like warm up that yellow. Give us something neat to look at. It's fine, nothing wrong, but you know that effect can be done, I think, like with less steps to a better result, is what I'm saying. You see me doing shit like that all the time. Oh, fluorescent yellow, that was the mistake. That kind of greens the yellow out. Like in getting that kind of like thin eyeliner that separates the T outside perimeter from the inside yellow is clutch. And and it can be just little orange on the corners, right? And that's kind of what you expect to see, like it's glowing hot orange, but it's actually yellow, just a little touch of orange. The fluorescent yellow is just too green, and it's going to deteriorate your saturation. Yeah, but also use it a different way. You said you used it in the center, Saruman. Like, what should be in the center is almost white. So if you painted it opaque white, then you crept in the yellow, right? Low opacity, just kind of get it in there. You're trying to keep the center a little bit whiter. Everything else yellow, corners orange. And then it's gonna look like it's actually glowing. And that's all just through this, just through reduction when you're throwing the yellow in. Rush. I'm good with a 1 liter solid compressor. I don't need a crazy one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, it fits in your hand. This like compressor goes up to like 22 psi. Electric fits in a shoebox, dude. Just quiet. It's my daily use now. The Galleria one. Like $75 or something. I think I have a link somewhere. Just I ordered my paints, airbrush kit, brushes, did my first set on markers, and I'm hooked. I want the proper stuff. Welcome to the airbrush community. Rush. The perfect gift for my man, Star Wars Legion, Saruman.
Here's some gas money for tomorrow. Stop at the Circle K along the way.
Thanks, bro. I'm actually out of gas. And so, that's actually literally what I'm going to use it for. Promise you. Fucking 4.5 hour round trip. No problem, Storm. I'm going to get some love in chat. It's just thanks for tweaking the technique. For me, that's why I come to you. No problem. It's an effect, right? So like you have to use the techniques, right? Like semi-opaque, kind of wet, kind of wash technique, high opacity, low moisture, kind of heart pull, get the white in there. But it's just your techniques. But the way I'm putting it together creates the effect. Super white, opaque, dry. I use transparent yellow, water down a little bit, get it in there, and as you're applying it, semi-opaque, kind of wet, try to keep the center a little bit on the white side. Reapply as needed, right? Now that that's set, I like the fluorescent orange. Get some of that one step, or just straight water, or just straight Nova orange, water, lowered opacity, semi-opaque, kind of wet. Start trying to get that eyeliner to appear. And if you kind of start fucking it up, just use more water and kind of wipe it down until you get the effect. It's easy. Just reiterate. I can't wait to see your tweaks. That's the only weak. See, I can see right here. You see that fluorescent yellow is just like is like a green yellow. So you're trying it, but it's like there's like an utter lack of saturation in there. So I know what you're trying to do. So I'm just trying to help you with that. Steel Dragon, Steel Paints, Phrase just made just started an Armageddon box. Space colors for now. Oh, we got another yellow Orc guy. Gravity's Theory. I brought you up on the podcast last night, Gravity's Theory. I think you were in there. You were actually commenting. Yeah, Russ, too. If you're interested, I teach 5 days a week via Zoom through my Patreon channel. My one-on-one course is airbrushing, washing, and edge highlighting, so you might want to take a look. I've graduated like 500 students. Just came back from teaching glazing in NMM, Ohio. Yellow looks good. Locked it in. Locked all your metals in. Nice weathering, some dry brushing. The base looks like it has real ass rocks on it. That's tight. What's going on with my camera? Bag and steel. Agrippa taking a break for 40K. Finally hitting the primary milestone of my Dark Angels. Getting the line painted. The Ravenwing Land Speeder to boot. Painting some old War Machine Hordes models. And that's awesome. The limited palette. One wild card color allowed. And the Brute is only Tabletop Plus. Purples and like kind of jades. Those are a good color combination. So it's a different type of model, right? How come people don't do a 0.2 airbrush for fine details like pauldrons? I feel like you can putty around where you don't want to hit, make them look better than normal. Am I off on the approach? Russ says, well, like if you want to airbrush the pauldrons, most of the time you can just leave them off, right? Are you specifically talking like the trim, like airbrushing the trim on the pauldrons? Because like I always airbrush my pauldrons. I'm saying, like the trim, yeah, it's kind of a sunk cost fallacy. Is why. Russ, like the time you put into it versus the result, like versus what you get out of it, is mostly invalidated by just paintbrushing the trim on like standard 32mm models. Now, if you get something real big like a Titan, the Night Titan, and there's a way to do what you want, but there's still like a better way. What I usually tell people is when you're trying to do some like fine detail like that on a model, typically what you want to use the airbrush for in that capacity is highlighting, not coverage. So I would still carve the trim in by hand. That's the coverage step. And if you want to do what you're thinking, then now you're just adding the highlight, smoothing it out. Now, so there's a way to use it for that. But doesn't come up a lot. Like, I mean, the base coating and highlighting does, but not like trim. And in my opinion, like, you want to be like bigger than you want to be a 3 to a 3.5.
Milk was a bad choice.
Road snack money. Gas station sushi.
Oh, bro, that's Eileen's favorite sushi. She loves fucking gas station sushi. Let me get some love and chat from my man Gravis Therius, right? So now you guys bought us lunch. I took her to lunch today to celebrate after her interview. So if it goes good tomorrow, I'm gonna have to take her out to lunch again. So Storm on with the gas money. Gravis Theory with the gas station sushi lunch money. Thanks, brother. We get some strong man love and chat. Three is the magic number, Bradley. Yeah, I like a 0.3. But like a 3.3 and a 3.5 are great too. That range. No smaller than a 3, no bigger than a 3.5. Rico says, take it at Long John Silver's. I mean, it's in Orlando, which is between us and where we're driving tomorrow, so I couldn't catch it on the way back. Ty winning, squanchiest of all viewers with 120 months. What is that? In years. Is that it? Is that the 10 years? Holy shit. Is that the first one? So it's August 7th. Traditionally August 15th range. But I think I like slid back one year and slid forward another year. So our 10-year anniversary is next month. And the day I would pick to celebrate on would be like the 18th. But that's incredible to see the chat. Our 10-year stream anniversary is next month. And Ty Winning is, I think, the first subscriber to tick over. I mean, I got to make a new emote again, or a new loyalty badge, Ty Winning. Thank you. Man, that's fucking incredible. Ty and Winning says, worth every penny. Happy to be here. That's right with you. Man, thank you, brother. Damn, can you believe it's been a decade, dude? Been coming to this channel for a decade, and I appreciate you, man. It's wild. Fuck, man. 10 years ago. I remember where I was. Remember what I was doing. When I fired this bitch up. Apparently, my wife and I had lunch date for the first time in a while. I highly recommend it if you all have time. Do it. Agrippa, loving this guy. This is the brute. Oh, getting a text. Drinking natties, painting chaos. Captain Banhammer, is that what I was doing? 10 years later, drinking natties, painting chaos. Ty Winning says, I still have my OG bottle caps from the longwar.nut Kickstarter. Those were the old objective markers, right? And they were also not just objective markers, but they were like action markers and stuff, right? Banhammer, the bio. It's preposterous. Well, Sark, you have your acrylic 3-inch ruler that says Yo Dog on it. Got a lot of stuff. Now it's pogs. That's all we do now. Paid the invoice on the new set. I'll be shipping everything this summer. I promise, guys. It's just been a wild ass fucking journey with all the drama that played out at Eileen's school. And it was so brutal, like what this fucking douchebag principal holds. She's been so anxious, unable to just even relax for 5 minutes. So looks like the answer might be presenting itself in the form of this positive interview today. Immediate call back for second interview tomorrow. Only crazy thing is it's in fucking Citrus County, almost 2 hours away. So school starts in like a week and a half. So she'd be staying with my parents and I'd be shutting down the Beats Lab in August. And shipping and getting caught up on things. Thank you guys for your support. Yeah, this is Pog's channel, we'll start. We don't paint. Ty Winning, right? Like immobilized and weapon destroyed and shit, right? You found your Monday Night Raw Dog sticker, Banhammer? Brentley says, I was introduced to your channel through Dice Check, Rip. I obtained an affordable airbrush setup due to your content. Makes me so happy, Brentley. Demeki still has the keys to fire it back up. We've talked over the last 3 years about starting a secondary podcast under the Dice Check brand and IP and firing it back up. So, Armand, don't worry a bit. Let's get this bad life event behind us. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel, Armand. I've lived the last 16 years, 10 years on Twitch, thanks to Ty winning, not knowing if I'm gonna have enough money to pay my bills this month. 16 years. So I've like 16 years of just like that. So she has never lived that life. So it's extremely stressful for her. But for me, it's just like a Wednesday, dude. Rightly, I follow Demeki on social media. I like his taste in armies. Demeki's great. Love that guy. Exclamation point whip. Anybody wants to throw down? Missed last Friday. I missed 3 Fridays this month. Wolfstar, Dark Eldar versus Dark Angels land speeder spam on our new club terrain. Oh shit, who's this guy? I love that. Is it your Dark Angels? Or is it your Dark Eldar? It's gotta be your Dark Eldar. That's not how your Dark Angels look. Land speed, pure. I love that player expression. You're Dark Eldar. I knew it. Sorry, when it says, would love to see you, Bricky, and Demeki collab. Dice Check and Vagrant era. The Vagrant era. Yeah, it's funny. I talked to Bricky. Bricky was a big part of helping us with Bourbon and Bolters with our swag. He actually had to back out the last second. He was actually going to go. Yeah, Demeki says, I keep hearing my name. There he is, Brantley. He's in chat. Bradley says he was introduced to me through Dice Check Rip. And I brought up like how we've been talking for years about starting to firing it back up. Every land speeder has fall back, shoot, and ignore cover. That seems good. I love that army. Is it like Legends land speeders? Or are these are regular land speeders not Legend? Like you can still play the OGs? Oh, you mean my list? The list would work right now? My fucking 9th edition list? Oh, it's just like what he has. I love land speeders. Land speeders are back, baby. That's exciting. I love the detachment scheming. Demeki, did you ever play your game? Did you say you're playing your first game? Me and Demeki played Diablo and Path of Exile together. What do I think of the terrain? So is this like acrylics with like a black border around it? Oh, I love that. Where's that triangle? Isn't there a triangle that has like a that? Is that in the corner over here? Because I know these bumps matter. These like bumps in the terrain matter. They're all like states. Like you got your Colorados, Nebraskas. Ty winning. Battletech dropship doing a small commission for the shop owner. Dog. Doing a lot of edge highlighting. The middle two are triangles. Oh, I see. $50 mechs. Yeah, this thing is gigantic, dude. Yeah, it's the only thing I highlighted. I hate still paint on your dining room table. Like painting a dragon go boy? Nah, dragon's worse. Yeah, I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I would have had the balls. We'll start all the Battle for Salvation traders 3D printed set now. Graves a theory says those little bumps are often the difference in get and objective. Got 100 tables worth, will start. Yeah, I was just seeing when I was at Bolters at Dawn, the Bolters crew had their set. They were talking to me about those little bumps, gravity. Tell you what, a new standing desk, new living room. You guys moved? I've been shipping to you your shit to the wrong place. DFS gonna be 3 days, 8 rounds this year. Damn, dude. It's pretty intense. I'm stoked. Thinking LVL I'll play October, but like now I gotta be careful with like my timelines as we move into this the later part, second half of the year, because of this potential move. Like after tomorrow, I'll know. Like I might not be able to go as hard as I intended if I'm remote managing a move while my wife is staying at my parents' house 5 days a week with her new job. Like, you know what I mean? Shit might change. And you have a narrative as well, we'll start? Damn. You guys going hard, dude. Brent Lee's Battletech was my introduction into tabletop gaming via MechWarrior. Oh yeah. Exclamation point. YouPick, exclamation point pogs. They're in production. I paid the invoice on the new set. I owe you guys a big shipment. We'll get on that as soon as shit settles. Stocking things up. I owe you guys tons of swag for the summer. Appreciate you guys holding it down. Got everything in studio. It's not like it's not here. It's just been a lot. 3 research papers I helped her with. Drinking some champagne and beers, Brentley. Well, sorry, yeah, give me pics of that next week. And shout out to Sormon and Gravis Theory, spotting me some gas money and some lunch money. $20 more and we'll do a giveaway. Gravity, Yeah, dude. Facts. And now I'm taking care of a dog for 2 weeks. Sick old dog. She's sweet, though. She's a sweet girl. I love her. Champagne taste on beer budget. That's right, Bradley. All right, let's lock it in. Get locked in the obesity cradle. Where we're at. So, carving and trim. So, let's go to this side and blast it out on this side. Sure. Okay. Some of that old busted dark bronze. Sneak in here. Raw dogging it right off the palette. High opacity, low moisture. Using stipples and heart pulls, and I got a touch of one step in there for spread. Mainly because it's, you know, it's an old, it's like the prototype dark bronze that ever came out. You guys, there it is. Clean heart pulls. Rotate. With it. Sneak back in. Yep, still smells of a back alley mugging. I mean, I didn't even have to mug the guy. I just said, "Give me your paints, old man." And he's like, "Yes, sir. Anything you say, sir." And he was teaching the class. I wasn't even teaching. I was playing 40K. 8th edition. Go. Up, they're home from their. They went to have margaritas in the Mexican restaurant, and there was a squirrel. Can't wait to hear all about it. I see them on camera. All right, rotate. Opacity, low moisture. Always be rotating, guys. Go. Boom. Just like that, guys. Opacity, low moisture. Find the angle. Light brush pressure at all times. Rotate. I like it when they do this. Like these crooked, vertical kind of slats in chaos trim for vehicles, for demon engines. What's wrong with these kids downstairs? Huff, are you still there? See if we can lock it in right here. Checking the other side. Go. KJ Coops. Man, Coop. Coming in with that big follow. Appreciate you, brother. For slapping that dark bronze on. Slather it on. There we go. Feature right here. Catch these guys. Same exact technique. Be rotating. All right, I'm in that. Get a little moisture. One step, a little dark bronze. Now we're going to try to hit this fat piece of the tread, right? There's a riser, some tread. Interior right here. Sneak in. Don't get it on the skin. Change the angle. Sneak in. Plenty of moisture to help spread. one little piece right here. I saw it on the other side too. Right, let's rinse it. KJ Coops says hello from the UK. Going. Okay, let's run it back. Let's see if we can get this nonsense back here. Same deal. Put some of that dark bronze. Touch a one step. Opacity, some moisture. Running big fat heart pulls. Spread it out. On the spike right here, just a couple of stipples that move into a heart pull. Now this is a pretty safe area. I don't necessarily need to rotate precision. I'll finish the wet edge. Let's rotate back. Let's pop this heart pull right here. Rotate back. Keep it going. Lock in. And you got to be careful with those little nuts because your little brush can get kind of stuck on them and then kind of spring back. Haunted Miniature says he's a chalky boy. What is that, a 120mm base? I don't know. I think it's bigger. What is it, like? Maybe it's like 160 or some shit. It's huge, dude. Pretty sure it's bigger than a 120. Lock in. Good. Rotate back. Got some moisture. Or dark bronze. A little bit of the one step. This is a big trim. This is a continuous, non-stop piece of trim. It's like saddle. Take back. So if you're following this project, we did the sub-assembly step. It's in the VODs. So did a bunch of airbrushing. I slapped the legs back on them. We kept the legs separate to make it easier for the metallic. And we still have all the panels that go on the legs to paint. Those are sub-assembled off to the side. Covered the entire project, so if you haven't done a Defiler yet, curious about how to set it up for airbrushing. Actually, we filmed that here. Opacity, low moisture. Heart pull. Now this tread right here, this is going to be a big modified tracer. See if we can cut in on side the saddle. Kind of watered it down a little bit. good. Vibing that. Also, Ty Winning still here. We get some love and chat for Ty Winning. 10-year subscription. First one yet. My 10-year stream anniversary is next month. And he's been subbed so long. His sub just turned over right now. One of the first. Let's lock in here with some nice clean heart pulls off the safe edge. It looks like I still got to do all the skin back there. Haven't done that on a scorpion tail. Lock in right here. Pulling it back. Slightly modified approach. It's a bit tracer-esque. Gotta be careful not to let the tip penetration get into the second panel. Always be cognizant of your tip penetration. Flow back up. More ancient bronze or dark bronze. Big monument raid. Let's go. Take back. We get some love in chat. Big monument raid. Jason, are you there? Terrain Junkie, what up, player? Welcome, Raiders. So we're working on this Defiler. We did some, it's all Monument Hobbies paints. We did an interesting workup. We used the red oxide primer. We used all the silvers, everything. We did a lot of sub-assembly. We used some of that mugging crimson. And I think dark crimson. We ended up having to varnish it back. But we're using dark bronze. This is one of my secret dark bronze models I got when I mugged Jason at Kingdom Con in San Diego like 8 years ago. Got that out on the table. It was thick, bro. But we used a little one-step medium to repair it, to get it going. Sneak in right here. Using Raw Dog bronze, dark bronze with a little touch of the one step. Cutting that trim in right now. Yep, perfect. Feeling that dark bronze is looking good. Catch right here. Careful. Or it might have to run back to the skin here in a minute. That's that under panel. Catch that panel from under. So there's all our bronze trim. Now back to the pipes right here we did earlier. Might be worth it to take some of the one step, some of the dark bronze. Separate spots like this. Do a couple separations like that. And like I said, I'm doing a lot of work on the lower quarter here, but the real money shot's always the turret. That overshadows figuratively and literally. And so we made sure the belly was really interesting. And then the panels that we're going to airbrush that go here, all sub-assembled, will be nice and red. So we gotta tighten this up, but also I don't need to go too crazy. The belly is the money shot. You want to cleanly execute all your details, clean wash, good airbrushing. We sunk our time into that belly workup, and then we're gonna have to make sure this airbrushing on top of here is immaculate and effects on our weapon are immaculate. Goofy Bud says 90% of chaos is trimming. That's right. Wolf Stark said he used a gold Sharpie and a cell drake. It was kind of easier, but not that much of a shortcut. Yeah. Yeah, it's again, it's very similar to the whole like airbrush question. It can get, you can lock it. It can end up being a sunk cost fallacy all on its own. Shout out to the Monument Raids. Also, big shout out to Soromon and Gravity supporting me. Got a big drive tomorrow, so gas money and lunch. Appreciate you. Okay. We run it back to a dry brush. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So dark silver. These are our big soft round dry brush. Just using it for coverage. Smooth application. Right, I'll switch to this brush. The Dauntless. Get in there, subtract the machinery out, just so I can see it. I have to go back and forth a couple times. We'll find out. But I have to paint the skin back here. It's that. Yeah, the dotless brushes do punch way above their weight class. I'm actually going to use it again right now. Gravity's a theory. I use a little brush soap to get some of the metallic flakes off of it. This is the Dauntless 1. Go. I'll rinse it right here. Lid. Dump that out. And so I'm gonna grab. Let's see if I can make recreate some of this flesh compound. So used Payne's Gray for sure. For being proud of myself. Using it. Wash. Gray. I used. Fuck. Use one of the flesh tones. My shit got all moved around. I think it's peach flesh. And white blue. Oh, and the purple. So, Payne's Gray. Right here. Some of that peach. The white blue. And use the dark purple primer as the base coat, so that this is actually it involved. So I gotta throw some of that down. I've been using the dotless more as well. Bed hammer, particularly anytime I'm using one-step medium. Rex Kalinsky brushes. Okay, you see right here? So this purple is already on the model. See? So we're gonna mix combination of all these together. And so I'm going to sketch out on the skin. Using mostly heart pull here. Take it back. Right there. Yeah. There we go. Just get that layer down. Bit impressed with their point compared to the previous Monument Synthetics. I like them more. Banhammer. Got some Monument dry pigments in my last stocking order. And having fun doing some weathering. Oh, I can't wait to see that shit, dude. What you been weathering? Tight. The 8:30 fucking. Oh, here we're moving the podcast to 6 because of this. Dan Hammer. Like I said, it's not actually enough to like stop you from watching TV, but it will stop you from streaming. Okay, so we've got this locked in. Some pigment, a bit of glazed medium, act as a binder, and a bit of water. Wait, you talking about dry? You talking about like weathering powders? Seems insane. You would apply it that way. Is it, or is it not weathering powder? Is it just paint? What is it? Oh, you could just use some iso alcohol, dude. That's like that's the real tech. If you're just trying to wash it into stuff, use iso. It'll just evaporate instantly. Okay, so I'm making a brighter mix using some flesh tones now too. So now we're going to start subtracting and making shapes. Just carving in like little football shapes. Lines. Boomerang right here. Back them, pull them down. Then you can kind of get into the folds, recesses, and dabbles on. But the glaze medium removes the need to varnish over it. That's a good point. But I typically don't varnish over the powder. Dynamic. Like if I'm using pigment powder, it's to have that ultra dry, literally dirt look as an effect. So I'm not when you varnish over it, it just takes it the same as the rest of the model. To me, the effect is about environmental. The environment is now on the model relative to the base or whatever, and it should look like powder, like dirt. So I don't like to put a varnish over it. Okay, let's move to the other side. Same trick. When you do it, does it still look powdery? Or is it like just end up being a wash? Your jaw's looking powdery. Oh. Good. You try like just dry brushing it on where you want it, like on some guy's boots and shit to see how that looks. I'm using Noosh right now, by the way. This is not one step, this is Noosh. When I do this kind of stuff, Noosh should still go. Says, yeah, but it looks, but you rub it off and try something. Don't rub it off. I've never varnished my pigments into my models once, but I use them. Because the whole idea is like, unless you actually try to take them off, they're not coming off. So I just let it ride. Like I get it in there, smash it in there, blow off the excess. I'm like, don't touch my model. That's how I do it. All right, I think I got to get in there too, Banehammer. This little spot's looking a little tricky, so let's get the purple back out. The blue. I feel like smashing some one step in there. I mean, Noosh. I think I have to get this back on the trim a little bit. Yeah, I'm about to reset that trim. But I see like, it looks like it's peeling away and it's like skin exposed. So let's see if I can get some of this highlight just jammed in there real quick. While it's still a little wet. Use a little moisture. I've got Noosh in there, so the dry time is pretty slow. Take some of the paint off, and taking some of the skin tone, stippling it in while it's wet. Just let that ride. That's it. I like the use. I like the creative use of the pigment Banehammer. Terrain Junkie with that big follow. Ah, Luna's in here. Okay, let's go. More flesh. Noosh. Heart pull, heart pull, heart pull. And at the Terrain Junkie. Put it back from this direction. Running tight heart pulls. We've got more flesh in the mix. Let's invert it. Grab a lot of noosh. $832 fucking in. Oh no, still off. Oh, there it is. God damn, dude. Run it back. Get more skin tone. Lots of noosh. Get a touch of the white blue. Bro, I can't wait till I get that T-Mobile fiber. Maybe it won't be so bad in Citrus County. But I gotta be sure anywhere I move, first thing I gotta do is call the internet company. Well, like I'm looking at a house, looking at an apartment, doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't care how good the deal is. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if I can't do my job. Give me fiber, give me death. Yeah, this janky little dotless brush is great for this. Pretty good. You like that, Van Hammer? Figure out back here. Trying to catch a little bit more of that skin. Oh, I gotta get down a little further in here. Oh my god. Okay, so we do have to do more. See now. Gotta make sure the painted up here too. So we want to make sure that there's something interesting happening here. Here. Maybe just kind of stipple that back. Let's get a nice kind of cloudy highlight right there. Right in there. On this, I think we're going to have to pull some little heart pulls. Right there. Deal right here. A little bit of the skin tone. Make it kind of interesting. But the rest of that's not even visible. Okay, that looks good. Saw a really interesting wet blending technique watching Miniature Masters the other night. Instead of adding water at glaze medium, use inks. Yeah, that's a great idea. I do the same thing with the transparents. You're maintaining saturation and exploiting capillary. That is a dope technique. Miniature Masters? What is that? Is that the reality show that Squidmart made? And it did. It's just a disaster, guys. It's just a fucking straight disaster. Yep, got about 18 minutes left. $20, and we'll do a giveaway. I appreciate you guys' support tonight. Sorry for all the cutouts. Yeah, I saw that. Banhammer. And Soromon says Monument Transparent is the best. Mix them with their glaze and wash medium for best washes. Let's just go back. the spine for a quick second. Let's go back to our dark silver. Use a little one step. Heard it. Get that spine locked in. Is it on his YouTube channel, Go Boy? That's pretty good. We just need to kind of paint in some tubes and subtract a few more details here and there. And that's pretty sick. Did a lot of work on that. That was a little spot right here. Damn it. Yeah. Maybe this is a sign that I need to move. Yeah. You're right, Recoil. Yeah, reappraise. 100%. Like, maybe this is why I gotta move.